Even though she is in love, I am still heartless.
Assalamualaikum and hi. We are from group 6 and we want to present our mathematics assignment. So the first question is, an engineer is interested in testing the bias in a pH meter. Data are collected on the meter by measuring the pH of natural substance pH 7. A sample of size 10 is taken with results given by. Calculate the mean and standard deviation of the sample taken. So the first step, we must find the mean of the sample taken. So we must sum up all the sample taken and divide by 10. So we get the answer for the mean. It is 7.025. So next one is standard deviation. For the standard deviation, we must sum up all the sample that's squared and divide by 10. After that, after get the answer, we minus with 7.025 square. We get the answer and take a square root. After that, we get the final answer for standard deviation.
Next up is the question number 2. The question says the 3 cards are drawn in succession without replacement from an ordinary deck of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that the event A1, A2, and A3 occurs, where A1 is the event that the first card is a red ace, and A2 event that the second card is a 10 or a jack, and A3 is the event that the third card is greater than 3 but less than 7. Okay, first we need to calculate the probability of drawing a red ace as the first card. As we all know, there are only 2 red aces in the deck. So the probability is for A1 is 2 over 52 total cards. We can simplify it by 1 over 26. The second one is the second card, where it would be a 10 or a jack. As we all know, in playing cards, there is 4 of a kind cards. That is spade, clover, diamond, or hearts. So as we all know, there are total of 4 tens and 4 jacks. So the sum is total of 8 cards. Since the deck has fewer cards now from the first picks, so the probability depends on what was drawn first. So the probability of A2 is 8 over 51 cards. And lastly, A3, where the card is greater than 3 but less than 7. The same concept as A2, where each card has 4 of a kind. So just need to 3 times 4 for all of the cards, because this include cards with specific rank, and again the total of number of cards is decreased by 1. So 3 times 4 equal to 12. So the probability is 12 over 50. You can simplify it into 6 over 25. So To find the overall probability, we just need to multiply this individual probability for each event in sequence, considering the impact of previous event. So we just need to write probability A1, A2, and A3. That is for A1, 1/26 times for A2, 8/51. For A3, 6/25. And the final answer should be 0.001448. So this gives us the probability of all three events happening in succession. That's all for question number 2. Move on to next question.
Okay, for question number 3, the question goes: a shipment of 8 similar microcomputer to a retail outlet contains there are 3 defective. If a company makes a random purchase of 2 of these microcomputer, find the probability distribution for the number of defective. First of all, we need to understand that the x value on this question, there's 3 x value, which is 0, 1 and 2. So to settle for the 0, we have to proceed to use a probability formula, which is P x equal to 0 equal to 3, which is the number of defective C, and 0, which is the number of defective item in the 0 probability, and then straight to the 5C2, which is a fully functional microcomputer, over 8C2, which is the total or summary of it, and you will get 5/14 as for the answer. Moving to the next one, we got P x equal to 1, the same of it, but this time we actually got 1 defective pieces, so it's make it 1 here, and then 5C1 here, and the bottom of it is still the same, which is 8C2, making it a total of 15/28. And for the last one is P x equal to 2, making it for the total of defective become 3C2 and 5C0, there is no fully functional one, and then the summary 8C2, and you will get 3/28. So it is a quite a simple question, very straightforward. Just substitute the probability number and use the formula to solve it. That's all. Continue to the next question.
For the question 4, the probability that a patient recover from rare blood disease is 0.4 if 15 people are known to have contracted this disease. What is the probability that from 3 to 8 survive? First, we can write P equal to 0.4, Q equal to 1 minus 0.4 equal to 0.6 and equal to 15. So P 3 less than x less than 8 equal, we can write 15 C3 0.4 power of 3 0.6 power of 12 plus 15 C3 C4 sorry C4 0.4 power of 4 0.6 power of 11 plus 15 C5 0.4 power of 5 0.6 power of 10 plus 15 C8 0.4 power of 6 0.6 power of 9 plus 15 C11 0.4 power of 7 0.6 power of 8 plus 15 C sorry not 8 15 C 0.4 power of 8, 0.6 power of 7 equal to 0.878. Next, question 5. 10 is the average number of oil tanker arriving each day at a certain port city. The facilities at the port can handle at most 15 tanker per day. What is the probability that on the given day tanker have to been turned away? The average is 10. So P x bigger than 5, 1 minus P x less than or equal with 15. So P x less than or equal with 15 we can know from refer the cumulative Poisson probability table. So we get P x less than or equal with 15. So M, the average is 10. So we get equal to 0.9513. So that from the equation P x bigger than 15 equal to 1 minus 0.9513 equal to 0.0487.
In the next question, for question 6, gauges are used to reject all components where a certain dimension is not within the specification 1.5 plus minus r. It is known that this measurement is normally distributed with mean 1.5 and standard deviation of 0.2. Determine the value of r such that the specification cover 95% of the measurement. In this question, we know that the mean is given by, the question is 1.5. Also, the deviation is given by 0.2. Also, in this question, we can also know that x is in between the dimension of 1.5 minus r and 1.5 plus r. So and it's equal to 0.95. That is equivalent to 95%. In this question, we need to draw a graph that is similar to z-score graph, and this graph will be determine the area that is covered, that is 95%, which is the middle part of the graph. And this part is 0.95. We need to find the area for the side of the graph and the z-score. With this problem, we can use the z-score table. Z-score table, and we can find that in that area, the area value is 0.025, and also and also that z-score is equivalent to 1.96. In that case, so the section part is, the z part is 1.96, and the area for both of these is 0.025. Therefore, we can conclude that the first half that cover the back side of the graph is determined to be P x greater than 1.5 plus r. And also we know from the graph that this is equal to 0.95 plus 0.025, which is 0.975. And the next part will be the graph on the back side, which is the part of where x is less than 1.5 minus r, which is equivalent to 0.025. The next part will be to find the value of r with all that information. We will be using the x equal to 1.5 plus r, and that z is equal to 1.96 with the formula of z equal to x minus mu over deviation. Therefore 6 5 minus 0.5 over 0.2, and the final answer will be 0.392. That's all.